Hey guys, it's Nick here, and we are back with another game review. This time we're going to do another Incremental because I feel like nobody talks about these, but a lot of people play them. So we're going to cover these because they're fun. They're just fun, and yeah, they don't get any coverage. So we are going to take that upon ourselves. This is Realm Grinder. And I'm going to start off by saying it's very similar to Cookie Clicker with a lot of cool added stuff that I think Cookie Clicker could have done really well with. Now, this one is very good because it's very intricate. There's a lot to it. It's got a whole wiki dedicated to it, which to me is always a good sign. Now, for starters, if you don't know what an incremental game is, let's see. The easiest way to describe it, I guess, is you've got a number that's going up, and you're doing things to make it go up faster. Now, that may not sound like an exciting premise, but if you start playing, you'll realize how addictive they are. So, maybe if you haven't started playing, don't. I don't know. I mean, I've been playing this forever now, and all the other ones too, and I mean, they're literally very addictive. So, fair warning to you guys. But if you have played them and you're already sucked in, then you should play this one because you got nothing else to do with your time, so why not play a sweet free game on Congregates? Obviously, they didn't pay me for that or anything like that because they probably make all sorts of money after they got bought by GameStop. They don't need little old me. But anyway, yeah, free game on Congregate, and you should totally check it out. It's really good. And now I'm going to tell you why. So, like I said, very similar to Cookie Clicker with a lot of cool stuff added. And a lot of the cool stuff added, the first thing I like the most is something called factions. Now, there are 6 starting factions in this game, 3 good, 3 evil. And they each give you different kind of power-ups to give you different boosts to different things. Like, for instance, some power up your low-level buildings, which all buildings give you extra treasure, by the way, which you get by clicking on this box. Some level up your low buildings, some give you more of these faction coins, which buy you special upgrades and powerful upgrades, very powerful ones later on. Some level up your high-level buildings. Some give you more assistance, which are right here, and they click for you, which is very nice. And there's just all sorts of cool bonuses and stuff like that you can get from them. So you can really mix up your play style and get a lot of variety. So if you're sick of one, just start over, scrap it, and go on to the next one. Now, you heard I said start over, but that's not exactly how it works. It's very cool, actually. So you start off with like a base multiplier. You get like 1 per click. As you can see, I'm getting quite a bit more than that right now. You start off with 1 per click, and it builds up from there. The gems right here give you a multiplier, so when you start, you don't start at 1 per click, you start at like 1,000 or something like that, and your buildings go up too. Their base treasure per second goes up. And you get that by building up some gems, or some money, so you'll play for a few days or something like that, and you'll go to this tab right here, and you'll hit Abdicate. Now, you lose all your buildings and your coins and your faction coins and your upgrades and everything, but you keep your trophies, and you get something called gems right here. So they give you that multiplier I was talking about, which is really nice. So your first game is pretty long. You know, you play for a week or something, and you're like, wow, this is pretty slow. And then your next game is just exponentially faster because you have this built-in boost. So you get higher and higher and higher, and it gives you a pretty nice fast progression at the beginning if you kind of play around and figure out what's working best for you. So I think that's a really cool feature, and I think ever since, I think Cookie Clicker did it first, but a lot of incremental games have added something like that because it gives it way more replay value than if it was just, you know, one playthrough, one thing, because it would go infinitely slower that way. So this is really cool. This one also has a special one called Reincarnate, and that's way later on. I'm not even there yet, and I've been playing for a couple months now. And it gives you a way better bonus instead of just the base one for gems. It gives you a better bonus when you restart, but you lose everything when you do this one, except for the really good bonus, which is pretty cool. So that gives it even more replayability, even more longevity, you could say. It's got a nice import-export save system, which is nice, so you don't have to worry about losing your save. You can hit export there and just copy it to your notepad file, and it shows up as a save string. And then you don't have to worry about cookies or anything like that. Because these games sometimes online are notorious for wiping out, or you'll lose your progress. And with a game like this where you play for months and months, you really don't want to risk losing your progress. So I think that's a really nice feature that some people may overlook in a review of this game. Very, very convenient. You unlock trophies by playing. You get certain achievements, like this one is for 100,000 clicks in a single game, and that is a permanent boost then, and you get upgrades based on how many trophies you have and things like that. And as you can see, there's quite a few. And there's a bunch of hidden trophies in the game too, so if you like secret achievements, that's for you. I won't show you those, because if you want to find them yourself. Yeah, the upgrades, pretty standard, buildings faster, all that stuff. Same thing the factions coin do, but to a lesser extent, typically. Let's see, there's something called excavations, which find reports, and you can unlock new factions that way. So I said there's 6 starting factions, but there's also 3 neutral ones. So there's good, evil, neutral, and then there's even more after that, which is pretty cool. And those are pretty hard to get. I can't even show them to you because I don't have them. But very nice. So you're going to have to work to get those too. So you're going to play all through these, and then you're still going to have more to do. So if you like a long game, this is the one for you. Tallies all your stats right here. You got everything you could need to know about how many clicks you've done. It tracks every coin you get ever. It tells you all-time coins gained and stuff like that. Let's see. Playtime total. 9 days. That's not right. No, it's been longer than that. Oh, that's the game uptime. Okay, so the offline doesn't count towards your total time play, but it does give you money. This game plays offline too, by the way, which again, every incremental game has added now. So yeah, faction coins buy you special upgrades, gems give you a boost after you abdicate the throne, and yeah, I think I covered everything right now, except for this pretty blue bar over here. Now this is an extra feature that I would have been fine without, but it added a whole nother layer to the game. This is your mana bar, and I'm sure you're familiar with that term, mana. So we will skip that. But it gives you power-ups here, and you got spells, and these change depending on which faction you choose. So that's really cool. So this one, for instance, Lightning Strike. The production of a random building is multiplied by 5 times the amount of Iron Strongholds for 20 seconds, times 2,650 times your gold amount, which is awesome. So we'll click that. And we can even stack it with this one because we have the mana. And then it jumped crazy. Then your mana rebuilds depending on certain factors. Certain factions have faster mana regen, Angels being the fastest. So if you want to focus on mana and be throwing spells out all the time, you can do that with the Angel faction. There's also autocast in this game. And right there, we'll do it on this one actually. See, so when it gets to 200 here in a second, it will automatically go ahead and fire, so you don't even have to... you can just leave this up if you want, and it'll cast spells for you. So if you're going for one of those achievements or something, it'll throw it out for you, which I think is a nice feature. Really cool. And you can actually upgrade that too, and it gets better as you go. Your auto-casting is what it's called. Another great little feature. And that's the big thing about this game. That's pretty much all the game is. That's pretty much everything right there. And just to say, see there, it fired right there. Just to say that this game has so many little features that make it fun, that make it replayable, that give it a lot of variety, that I rate it really high just for that, because it's just got a lot of things that are just, they're fun. They didn't go for just the boring, adventure capitalist bullshit, where it's just the same thing. They didn't add anything, they didn't innovate, just boring, bland clicker game, in my opinion. And this game took, they said, no, we're going to put in everything fun in a clicker game, so they did that. And it's really great. So if you haven't played a clicker game before, like I said, start with something else probably. Unless you want to play this one. Up to you. And if you haven't played this, and you have played a clicker game, you'll probably enjoy it a lot. And it is a free game, so you should totally check it out. I think that's pretty much all I have to say about this game. Except that, yeah, it's great. So I recorded this twice, actually, because the first time I forgot to mention the abdication and the resets and the prestige, which is a huge part of the game, so that was obviously scrapped. So you'll get to hear, well, I'll get to say this again. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.